Thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. Hey, what's up, guys? It's the American African. Let's go ahead and check out how my body looks at the start of this fast. Check out this blood pressure. I've been feeling good lately. I haven't had a blood pressure headache in a long time. I've been feeling very good as far as that goes. But I think blood pressure is a deep issue, and there's things that could be happening within me that could be blood pressure related that I'm just not aware of. My blood pressure usually sits right at the edge, you know? See that? It's like right at the edge. The bottom number, and then the top number, it fluctuates, but it's usually a little bit above. It's usually like 10 points above what's considered normal range. I think my blood pressure naturally runs high, but I won't really know until I'm fit, you know? I think that when I'm fit, I won't have any blood pressure issues, but we'll have to see. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this joint a second run. And, I must say, like, since I've dropped under like 280, I've been feeling a lot better, a lot lighter, a lot happier, a lot more willing to go out and do things. A lot of people tell me my skin glowing, I look better, I look good, I look slim, you know. Like, I'm starting to really feel the change now. Like, even, I started off at 475 or somewhere around there, right? Mind you that even when I lost weight and I dropped 100 pounds, I was like 370. I didn't really feel it, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything still felt the same. Everything still felt normal to me. Even when I looked in the mirror, I couldn't really see the change. I started changing my clothes a little bit over time. And of course, water fasting is like fast forward in time almost, you know, because then everything just started changing, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I began water fasting, I went from like a 4X and now I'm at 1X, you know what I mean? Like, everything just started moving. A lot of changes really fast. So I've gained back 21 pounds, which is pretty much the net of what I lost during my last fast. So I lost 28 pounds during my last fast, but net, I mean, was like 20, it was like 18 pounds or something. So I gained back 21 pounds. I'm at 268 pounds as of this morning. I gained 6 pounds over the last night based off what I ate yesterday. And I'll be discussing a little bit about that. And today, I'm beginning a new water fast of 21 days. And it should be my last extended water fast, unless somehow I finish this water fast feeling good. I actually started 2 days ago. On the 8th, I tried to start a 23-day water fast, but, you know, my spirit just kept telling me, eat a little bit more, eat a little bit more, eat a little bit more. So I decided I was gonna eat on the 10th. So I fasted on the 9th and I ate on the 10th. And I ate a lot of food. Each refeeding session, I have 4 refeeding sessions. Each one, let's say, was an average of about, let's say 3,800 calories per session, average. Now, the reason why I ate so much was mostly because of how I was feeling. Like, I was having like sores, like right here, for example. I was having like sores, right? And I didn't know where it was coming from because I haven't been doing any exercise with my upper body. I mean, I've been walking and a little bit of jogging, but it was like one particular sore. And I thought maybe it was the way I was sleeping, but it's not like the one that when you turn your neck, it hurts or anything. It was like a weird sore. That's one example. My tongue, I was losing taste on my tongue. And I remember when I first was breaking my fast and towards the end of my fast, I was having dry mouth again. Um, of course, there were days where I went for walks, and when I would do power walking or jogging, I felt light. I didn't feel good. I don't know how to describe it. I just didn't feel good. So I felt like my body was trying to tell me something. Now, I ended up regaining 21 pounds, but I saw it as it was happening. I controlled it, you know. I didn't put any number on it because I felt like my health was more important. And I just think that maybe I moved a little bit too fast with the weight loss or something of that nature. Because if you think about my last fast, the first 17 days was very slow. I was looking at my charts yesterday. My weight only started moving after I did the 7 mile walk. So it was almost like I forced it. And after I did the 7 mile walk, I lost 5 pounds in one day. So it was like I pushed my body into a mode, right? A week after I did the 7 mile walk, or not a week, I think the day after I did the 7 mile walk was the day where I felt like I was gonna pass out after I did another walk, although it was much smaller and it wasn't power to my belief. But I feel like I drained myself. I drained myself because I didn't think about how dangerous it was to do high intensity stuff while you're fasting, you know what I mean? So I decided to kind of like revert, but slowly. So after each refeed session, while I was fasting the following day, I would see how I feel. And I was also still walking. And one thing I noticed was that like like my like my body was still recovering, like it was still trying to heal. Like that's how I felt. I felt like it wasn't ready. Although mentally and spiritually I felt like I was ready, like my body wasn't ready. So I feel like the safest thing to do if I want to continue extended water fasting would be to kind of refeed, see how I feel, refeed, see how I feel, refeed, see how I feel. So I refed yesterday. I woke up this morning. I feel normal again. I didn't like what I saw on the scale, but if that's the weight in which my body feels okay at for right now, then I'll take it there. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I gained 6 pounds from my refeeding yesterday. 6 pounds. And it's, I'm only eating meat and veggies. Like, it's not like I'm eating anything crazy, but maybe I ate a lot of meat and veggies, you know? What did I eat? I ate some tuna steaks with some veggies. I drank some bone broth, and I saved some, so I might actually try breaking this fast with bone broth just to see what it's about because, shouldn't knock it until you try it, right? So maybe I'll try that. Because the bone broth actually tastes good. It tastes good. I made it from scratch. Tastes good. What else? So yeah, I had some bone broth with some veggies and some stew. I made some guacamole. Big fan of guacamole. I made this smoothie. The smoothie didn't taste good. The first smoothie I made during my 2 days ago or 3 days ago, it was very good. It was a fruit smoothie. That thing was a banger. But I tried to make like a chocolate smoothie, but using, real cocoa and peanut butter and some other stuff, blueberries. It didn't really come out good. So I decided to dump it. Another reason why I ate so much is that while I was fasting, I was planning to do some sort of plating. I wanted to do some plating just for fun. Plating, it's more about the plating than the cooking, but a little bit of cooking too. But I pretty much just plated like fish and veggies, and just things that I ate during my refeeding. So I'll show y'all some of that. And I mean, the dishes I ate yesterday, they didn't really come out as I wrote them down, because what happened was I got tired. I got tired of cooking. I got tired, like my body was tired, and one of the reasons is that I haven't been getting a lot of sleep. I think last night was the first night in a while that I got like good sleep to the point where I feel fully awake right now, you know. But I haven't been getting good sleep, so I want to focus on sleep. You know, even if I have to use melatonin every night, whatever, I want to make sure during this fast I get good sleep. I get some light exercise in, max 3 miles a day. Um, so exercise, maybe even some push-ups. Maybe. I'm still thinking about that. So some walking, some push-ups. I want to study some of these things that I've been having issues with during this fast. So I want to focus less on entertainment by way of TV and more entertainment by the way of books, you know, science and research and stuff like that. I want to take some time during this fast to reflect on my last fast and where I went wrong, if I went wrong, and how to improve that or learn from it so that I can improve as a water faster. Um, Another thing is, between my last fast and this fast, I went through a period of time where I felt like I should stop fasting, that fasting is over for me, and I should find my next way to drop weight, which I already know is probably going to be keto intermittent. After the issues I had, you know, I'm kind of hesitant to do carnivore diet right now, at least. Carnivore diet might be like after I get blood tests that come back the way I like to see them for a while, then I'll probably do carnivore diet, if I even do it still. But I think that ultimately I will have to move into a low carb, intermittent fasting sort of lifestyle for maintenance, you know, because now that I can't say I'm 250 anymore, huh? Now that I'm 270, that hurt. But anyways, now that I'm 268 pounds, I have to start thinking about, okay, when I get to 200, what does maintenance look like? Maintenance is pretty much knowing how much calories you probably need to take in for a day in order to maintain your weight. Now, another thing I thought about is I now understand why people say don't weigh yourself every day, but I think it's some different strokes for different folks and it depends on where you are on your journey. So um, I weigh myself every day now so I can see the results from the work that I put in, right? Um, if I only weigh myself once a week and I made a mistake that in that week and that mistake cost me all the progress I made, I wouldn't know. But when I go into maintenance mode, where it's no longer about losing weight, right? And losing weight fast for me, then I won't really need to know the daily fluctuations. And I just need to see how I'm progressing each week. That way I know, okay, this week I gained some weight. So next week or this following week coming up, I need to do some work in a certain sort of way to lose some weight. You know what I mean? So I'll be less into my head and more into the overall goal of just maintaining what I've worked for. But right now I'm still in um, a super mode of weight loss because I just want the weight off. I'm not saying that this is the best way or that anyone else should do it this way, but this is what I chose for my journey. Um, so yeah, I refed the way I refed because I wanted to have some fun with food, because of the way I was feeling health-wise, because of the way I started to feel mentally about fasting and how much weight I was dropping and how it was affecting the way I was feeling health-wise and even me mentally. And ultimately, just because I felt like maybe I wasn't taking care of myself the right way. So I needed to focus on what's the most important thing, which is my health. So I feel like for my health for this past week, the most important thing for me to do was to get nutrients in my body, good nutrients, you know. I ate mostly fish, avocado, and vegetables. That's what I ate mostly. And, you know, I feel good about that. Usually during my refeeds, I eat a lot of beef or things that I've just been craving. I did get some cravings in, of course, with the pizza and the wine. But other than that, everything else was pretty much targets. Like, I want to target this, I want to target that, and I want to see if it helps me. I'm very curious to see how my body responds during this new water fast where I'll be doing walks. I don't know if I'll be walking every day, but I'll definitely be walking as I feel it. So I might walk in the morning, in the evening, 1.5 miles each time. I might just do 1.5 mile walk, or just 1 2 mile walk, or 1 3 mile walk, or even just a 1 mile walk, you know. But I'm just gonna be going with the flow, and I'm just really praying that what happened last time doesn't happen again, because, you know, if it happens, I just gotta cut it, call it, and switch to keto intermittent, because I feel like maybe I've reached my limit with water fasting. You know, I've lost a net of 100 pounds through water fasting. You know, a net of 100. You know, because you have to, I have to negate the 21 pounds I lost last month. It's a wash. It's a wash. A 31-day water fast, that was a wash. But it was a wash when it comes to weight numbers, but I learned a lot. Man, I learned a lot. A lot of lessons learned. A lot of lessons learned. And maybe that was the point of it. Like, maybe, you know, maybe that's what I'm gonna take from it, and just accept that. It's cool with me, you know. It's cool with me. I really don't like stepping on a scale and see anything above 260, but, you know, I'll have to deal with that until that 8 pounds come off. And that's it for 260. I think I might have already said this, but I have to say it again. I'll never go over 260 again. And when I get under 250, I'm locking that in too. But, you know, it's a journey. It can't always all be sweet, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have failure. And the most important thing is, when you have a failure, you gotta learn from it. So I'm still learning from what I see as a failure, you know? And I'm still learning, is me choosing to refeed the way I chose to refeed a failure? To me, it's not, because I planned it. I saw it as it happened. Again, I calorie count, and I log everything in my fitness pal, and I get on the scale every day. So I saw it as it was happening. I still chose to eat heavy because I felt like my body needed it. So yeah, was the refeed session a bad thing, or was my behavior in the month of May during my fast, or I decided to do like a 7-mile power walk and shit like that, you know, was that the failure and the lesson, or are they both? No, don't really know. I just know today's day 1 of a 20-day water fast. Don't be surprised if I push it to 40 days, but I'm only gonna do that if I feel good throughout my water fast and after my blood test. Because I do have a blood test planned for the first week of, or the second week of July. I think it might be the second week of July. Yeah, I think it might be the second week of July. I have a blood test planned, so I'll either have already broken my fast, or be in a fasted state if I'm gonna push to 40. But the plan is 20 days, okay? The plan is 20 days, because the truth is, when I do longer fasts, I always gain the shit back. So anytime I do a super long fast, I always want to have like other targets other than just weight loss. And this fast is really just marks the end of the gauntlet. It doesn't really have any mission in my mind, other than to see if even light exercise would trigger something during this fast. Because mind you, last fast was the first fast I ever did exercise while I was fasting for longer than 3 weeks. So I'm ready. Lock and loaded. Got all the food and good nutrients in me. It's time to get it. It's your boy, the American African. Thanks for all your love, support, positivity, good info, everything y'all bring to the table. I appreciate it. Trust me on that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. Peace. During this fast, I plan on only doing an update once a week. Yeah, so like a weekly update where I go over how my week has been. And the reason is I'm kind of going to unplug a bit, you know. I mentioned this already, maybe in an earlier clip, maybe. But yeah, I'm gonna unplug a bit. So I'm only gonna be posting a video like once a week. It'll probably be a longer video where I talk about everything I've been experiencing. And I'll probably move to that approach going forward as far as updates go. But I'll still probably be figuring out other type of content I want to post.